when you hear the word fighter? What do you see? Do you see the bright lights of an arena? Do you see the polished gloves, the roaring crowd, the sweat glistening under a spotlight? Do you see a champion raising a belt? That is only the shadow. That is the smallest fraction of the truth. I am not here today to talk about the champions on your television. I am here to talk about the champions in this room. I am here to talk about the champions walking down your street. I am here to talk about you. Because the real fight doesn't happen on a canvas. The real fight happens in the dark. It happens at 3 a.m. when you are staring at the ceiling, wondering how you are going to make it through tomorrow. The real fight happens at the hospital, waiting for the doctor to return with the news. The real fight is in the silence after the rejection letter, after the breakup, after the failure. Life doesn't ask permission to knock you down. It doesn't check if you are ready. It shows up on a Tuesday morning with an opponent you never trained for. It hits you with betrayal. It hits you with loss. It hits you with exhaustion so profound you feel it in your bones. Life is the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the ambush. And we are all in that ring. But this is why fighters are awesome. They are awesome not because they are invincible, not because they are unbreakable. They are awesome precisely because they break and they choose to rebuild. They are awesome because they bleed and they refuse to hemorrhage hope. Awesomeness is not the absence of fear. Awesomeness is looking fear directly in the eye, feeling your knees tremble, hearing your heart pound against your ribs, and taking one more step forward. The greatest fighters I have ever known don't look like athletes. They look like the single mother working 2 jobs, fighting exhaustion and despair just to give her children a chance she never had. That is a fighter. And that is awesome. They look like the student fighting the limitations that society and sometimes their own family placed on them, pulling the all-nighter, fighting ignorance, fighting for a single opportunity. That is a fighter. They are the artist fighting the terrifying emptiness of the blank page, the entrepreneur fighting the bankruptcy of their last venture, the addict fighting just for today, fighting for one more hour of sobriety against a monster that knows their name and their weaknesses. They are awesome. The fight that matters most is the one you cannot see. The true opponent is not the circumstance, it is the voice inside your own head. The voice that whispers, you are not strong enough. The voice that shouts, you are a fraud. The voice that bargains, just quit. It's easier. No one will blame you. The fighter is awesome because they hear that voice. They acknowledge that voice, and then they tell it to shut up. Awesomeness is not the highlight reel. It's not the knockout punch in the 12th round. Awesomeness is the getting up. It's the discipline. It's the showing up on the days you have nothing left to give and finding just 1% more. Awesomeness is the scar tissue. It's the proof that you were wounded and you healed. It is the map of your survival. You do not lose the fight when you get knocked down. You only lose the fight when you refuse to get up. We celebrate fighters not because they always win the match. We celebrate fighters because they always honor the fight, because they respect the struggle. They understand that you do not forge steel in comfort, you forge it in fire. You do not build character in the easy times, you build it in the storm. Look around you. Look in the mirror. You have survived 100% of your worst days. You have navigated every trap. You have endured every loss. You have overcome every obstacle that life has placed in your path up to this exact second. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still standing. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are bruised. Maybe your back is against the ropes right now, but the bell hasn't rung. Your fight matters. Your struggle is refining you. Your resilience is a testament. So when you leave here, when you walk out that door, and when the world hits you tomorrow, because it will hit you, I want you to remember who you are. You are not the victim. You are not the statistic. You are not defined by your pain. You are the warrior. You are the survivor. You are the architect of your comeback. Tighten your gloves. Take a deep breath. Plant your feet. Because you are a fighter.